Hi there, I'm Jo from Cake Poppin', and today I'm going to show you how to make these gorgeous hanging ornament cake pops. To begin, you'll need the following items: a pair of scissors, a paper straw, a decorative ribbon that's 3/8 of an inch thick, a fine tipped brush, here I'm using a 000 brush, a flat brush, a skewer or a toothpick, pieces from a candy necklace, edible white paint, here I'm using poppy paints made specifically for cake pops, but you can also use a mixture of clear alcohol or extract and white powdered food coloring. You'll also need clear alcohol or extract, gold dust of your choice, a paint palette, and I covered mine with saran wrap for easy cleanup, cake balls, melted black chocolate, and finally a paper towel. We're going to start by creating the internal structure for the cake pop so it will hang safely and securely. You're going to need a paper straw, a piece of ribbon about 8 inches long, a skewer, and a piece of your candy necklace. Start by cutting a piece off of the straw about 1/2 inch long. Next, you're going to tie a knot at the cut end of your ribbon. Make sure your knot is as close to the bottom as you can get it. And then use your scissors to cut off the excess at the bottom. Now, using your skewer, gently work the knot into the straw . Sometimes you'll have to really push it in there. And at the end, you are left with this. Use that same skewer to work the other end of the ribbon through the small hole in the piece of the candy necklace like this. Then slide the candy piece down so it's flush with the edge of the straw. You'll want to make several of these ahead of time and set to the side. We'll start our cake pops again by using a paper straw, a cake ball which I made by baking a vanilla cake, crumbling it into a dough, and then scooping and rolling it into a ball, and some melted black chocolate. You'll want your chocolate to be between 78 and 80 degrees when dipping and running in a continuous stream off the spoon like you see here. For more tips on the cake pop process and melting or coloring chocolate, you can find more tutorials on YouTube at Cake Poppin'. Next, you will insert your straw about halfway into your cake ball. Dip the cake ball straight down into the chocolate and then shake off the excess. Make sure you do this carefully so your cake ball doesn't fall off the straw. Once your cake pop is completely dry, use your paper towel to gently rub away that shiny finish off of the chocolate. This will add to the chalkboard texture and also helps the paint adhere to your chocolate. You can see the difference between the two cake pops here. One's shiny and one's chalkboard. Now your cake pop is ready for decoration. I'm using edible poppy paints that were created specifically for use on chocolate, but you can also make your own paint by combining a clear extract or alcohol with white powdered food coloring. I'm pouring a little bit into my paint palette, and then choose your design, and using your fine tipped brush, Carefully draw on your picture or text. Sometimes this gets a little tricky, so you may want to practice on a piece of paper first or have a few extra cake pops on hand just in case. The great thing about painting on cake pops is that if you do make a mistake, you can easily wipe it away and start all over again. Now that your cake pop is decorated, we are ready to attach the structure we made earlier so that we can hang these gorgeous treats. You can see that I've put on a white chocolate glove so that I can handle the cake pop without getting fingerprints on them. You can also use a paper towel to do this. I've also made a gold paint with a mix of my Rolcom Gold Dust and a few drops of vodka. Again, you can use any clear alcohol or extract for this. We'll also be using the flat brush to paint the candy portion of the structure, and we also have our black melted chocolate. You're going to carefully remove the straw by gently twisting and pulling the straw out of the cake pop. You can see that this opening is now the same size as our ribbon structure and will fit perfectly inside. Use a skewer to coat the inside and outside edge with a small amount of the black melted chocolate. Try to do this neatly so that when you insert the structure, it doesn't go all over the cake pop. Quickly insert the structure we made into the cake pop and then hold it in place for a few seconds and allow it to dry. We're almost there. Once dry, use your flat brush to carefully paint the white candy piece on top of the cake pop and then allow that to dry. You want to be sure not to get any gold paint on the ribbon or the surrounding cake pop. You want this to look real, so you only want that white piece painted. And there you have it, hanging ornament cake pops that are perfect for any holiday gathering. You can find all of my other cake pop tutorials on YouTube at Cake Poppin' and on Instagram at Cake Poppin' with no I. I'm Jo from Cake Poppin'. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.